I'm Tammy Lee Meyer, and I'd like to welcome you to the Impact Economy Summit. Welcome, Daniel Harris.
Hi.
So I'd love to hear what's brought you to the summit.
An airplane.
Yeah.
I'm just very interested to be here. There's a lot of interesting people, and I've been in and out of working on monetary systems, trust systems, voting systems, and what's happening here is touching on a lot of those ideas, and media copyright systems.
Yes.
So sharing systems. Yeah. So it's it's very interesting.
So one of the pieces is that we're all drawn here because we're passionate about change.
Yeah.
And specifically economic change. So maybe you can share a little bit about what are the challenges that you're looking to solve with your work?
I want to create a world where people are autonomous and able to decide about how they want to live their lives, whether they want to be economic or not, or however that works for them. And so really it's quite a question of how do we build technology to assist with people being in control, to make decisions, because a lot of technology and services at the moment tends to restrict people to do certain things, and yet technology could work for us in a different way. It could be much more fluid, could enable us to be much more expressive about how we want to transact with other people, and really skew it towards user-centricness rather than service-centricness.
Yeah, I do a lot of thinking, for example, about a people-centered. Thank you. About a people-centered economy. Right?
Right.
What would that look like? So you've done a lot of visioning. So that's my question for you. What would a people-centered economy look like?
Well, it's up to each person to decide what that looks like for them. And so just take an example. I'm selling something, you're buying something. I'm selling something, so I will accept certain currencies. I will accept goats, I will accept bitcoins, and I'll accept Canadian dollars, but nothing else. But you're buying, and you only have English pounds, or British pounds, I should say. So there's no contract there. And that's very visible. We can see what's going on. And so if we create filters like that, and publish offers and requests like that, then without having to change the application, without having to change the service. So at the moment, what happens is we have to go to different services and sign up to different services in order for us to trade in those different methodologies. But if that could all happen within any application, it's kind of the interoperability, it's the plug-in aspect, and you're seeing it more and more in different types of applications.
Like?
Well, just for instance, I suppose, so I'm a bit of an Apple geek, and Apple are slowly opening up being able to accept plugins for what you share on your iPhone. And before it was like only Facebook and Twitter, but now service providers can write plugins. But so what happens if Apple Pay was not just about money, but was actually, well, you can use Bitcoin or you can use anything, any currency out there. So then Apple becomes Apple Pay becomes a pluggable system. And so that's what I'm interested in seeing. And, who knows what will happen there, I might have just given an idea to Apple, But that's the kind of thing I want to see, is that any application can interact with any other application using the methodology of the choice of the user,
So we're gathered here with a ton of brilliant thinkers.
We are.
And what are some of the questions that you'd like to have answered?
What are you scared of? I'm very much I have a lot of big dreams, like just like small ones, like world peace and creating a real an economy where we are all interacting and transacting with each other as we desire. I think something that I'm really coming up with at the moment is, if you and I want to create a song, then we don't need to set up a company in order to do that, and then that song has rights associated with it, the composition, the performance, and so forth. And when money comes in, it will get split between us in certain ways. Now, so if you and I want to design a chair, and then that gets built up by someone else, and then the resource, like we're talking about open value networks, and
Yes.
and that when money comes in for that chair, then everyone gets a bit of the pie according to what the designers, if that's the way it's going to be, and the creators, and the actual manufacturers, and the people that actually provided the resources.
Yes.
So if we have that kind of environment, then why do we need to set up a company every time? Why do we need to set up a bank account every time? These constructs are, in a way, they slow us all down, and they also restrict us from having too many different collaborations.
Yes.
So really what I want to see is a world where we are all individuals, and we are able to transact and collaborate with other people dynamically.
Yes.
And create entities, create content, create products dynamically as well. And then once you've got that real fluidity happening, then, just imagine that we're very restrained at the moment just because of legal and governmental structures. But imagine if we weren't constrained like that, then how much productivity could be increased. Because we're actually doing a lot of paperwork all the time,
Yes.
and but our applications, our whole networks could facilitate a lot of that stuff. It could all the transactions could be automatically recorded. All our VAT returns, all our like annual returns, it could all just be our PAYE returns could all just be automatically sent to the government. We wouldn't need to even think about it.
As it should be.
As it should be.
And we'll be moving towards that with these thinkers and others, because this is a broad movement from all over the world. People are seeing this need. And so I just want to thank you so much for your work and for bringing your work to this event.
Thanks. Cheers.
So thank you, Daniel Harris.
Ta.